Alright, what's going on, everybody? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm doing a little test right now, so if you notice that there's any lag on the stream, just let me know. Because that's important. We definitely want to know. And hopefully everyone's having a good day so far. Morning, afternoon, evening, wherever we're at in the world. I know we have an international community. Let me know wherever you're tuning in the world as well. I hope everyone's having a great day so far. Let me make sure on this end of things that we're looking good. To the moon! Let's go, Caesar! I would agree with you on that one. I'm fucking ready for a bull run. I'm ready for a parabolic altcoin season, let's say. Let's be more specific, right? But I'm right there with you. I couldn't agree more. Psst, quit your licking, buddy. You're not a cat. There we go. Okay, cool. I can hear it. Sweet. Oh, but if you have any crypto or trading related questions, don't hesitate to ask. UK2333 here. Hey, what's going on, Eco? Hopefully you're having a good day so far. Yeah, I'm testing out my multi-stream right now because I was having some lag issues before. So if you do notice that I'm lagging, just give me a heads up. I'm running this on a multi-stream platform, so I'm testing some things out on my end. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Let me know. That's what we're here for. We're here to learn, grow, all the fun stuff. Double tap that screen. Drop what your favorite altcoins are. Let me know what you're buying, what you're selling. If you're shorting, if you're longing. Right now we're watching the 6-pack at the moment. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, crypto total market cap, and market dominance for Bitcoin. Seen a nice little sell-off in the last 5 minutes too. You can see, well, on the 5-minute chart, I should say, going from 108, dropped down to about 106.7. We're getting back into a bullish crossover, bullish pivot signal, all the good stuff, but still patiently waiting. If you're looking at it from a volume perspective, we still have plenty of room. It's only 6:30 though. We're gonna get a new daily candle in about an hour and a half. Up, down, up, down. Yeah, it's been chopping. If you look at it from market to market, it makes more sense. So go out from the 5-minute, and then if you add the sessions, you'll see that pretty much from Tokyo, London, and New York pretty much chopped sideways. Sydney was the most active session, so it's really been pretty slow and stagnant from there. Not much movement. So yeah, pretty much a sideways market, mostly consolidation. Bitcoin at 102, then to the moon. We're pretty close at this point. We could see, could it? Sure. Will it? Nobody knows. The real question is, if it does, what are you going to do? And if it doesn't, what are you going to do? That's going to be the major predicator to your success. What's up? What's going on with Bitcoin? It's going sideways. Like we were just talking about, it's been going sideways over the last few sessions. That's it. Nothing too crazy. It literally hit a low of 107, 106.9, and a high of 109.1 from London and New York low to high. Tokyo went sideways. Sydney just opened. So, big consolidation. I mean, we've just been consolidating for about a day now. I guess it depends on time frame, right? If you're just refreshing your screen over and over again, then yeah, you can consider it a consolidation. But if you're looking at it from a day-to-day perspective, not necessarily. If you got any questions, let me know. Don't hesitate to ask. That's what we're here for. We're trying to get that education on over here. We're watching the big 6 right now. What I should say, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana are the top 3. Bottom 3 are XRP, total market cap, and Bitcoin dominance. What do I think is going on? I think we're just support searching after a nice sell-off. We just haven't found a true support yet. So until we can actually get confirmation, then we'll start to swing. But until then, we're just chilling. I'm not concerned with the day-to-day prices. If it hits 98K, it hits 98K. I'm not reacting or do anything if it was to hit 98K. It can do it, it can not do it. It doesn't necessarily matter to me. Nobody knows. The more people predict it, the more randomness is in the market. So as much as you want to try to predict where you think it's going to go, it's more concerning of, like I was saying before too, and what I always like to repeat, it's what are you going to do if it hits 98K and what are you going to do if it doesn't hit 98K? So that's really what it comes down to. Figure out what your best plan and strategy is based on what the situation could arise and play it off. So at 98, I'm waiting for 100, I'll buy more. Nice, there you go. Yeah, like my dollar cost average buy-in for Bitcoin is 26,500. So am I buying it at 100,000? No, I wouldn't even consider buying it at 60,000. I'd go buy other things. Now, if we actually pulled into a true bear run and went to a true bear cycle, then that's a different conversation because that's accumulation over a long period of time. But for a parabolic altcoin season, yeah, I got my attention in other places besides Bitcoin for sure. Bitcoin, it's not saying that it can't make a nice move, but even for it to do a 2x from current price would be a pretty big move. Buying all stuff Bitcoin. There you go. Nice. Yeah, so basically what you're saying is that you're just using Bitcoin as a major predicator of movement for your altcoins, and then when you think that when Bitcoin, or if Bitcoin hits 98,000, then you're going to want to add your altcoins is what you're saying. Got you. Got you. Max Payne scenario. Ooh, that's a good question. Let me drop my sessions off. Max Payne scenario for me, going from a daily perspective too, since we're in a bearish crossover as is. There's a couple zones that we can swing down to, but I would be watching the Fibonacci first and foremost from low to high. Sweeps into the epic golden pocket. So seeing a push from here, not allowing us to actually get down to, you see a majority of people, including, I would say 90% of people are assuming or trying to play the game that we're going down under 100,000. I would say that's 95% of people. So I think from a Max Payne perspective, while everyone's waiting and not adding, I think we're going to drop lower, getting a nice swing from here, pushing up to about 125, baiting people back into the market, seeing that top side pressure coming back down again, getting an aggressive move to the top side, and then getting into that altcoin season, which would just force people to be chasing versus getting in when everything is slow and boring and yada, yada, yada. Because it's easier said than done. A lot of people say they were going to get in when it drops down, like when it gets to 75,000 or it gets to whatever. A lot of people say they're going to get it when it gets there, but it's a different conversation if it actually does get there. Fact of the matter is, for it to get to 75,000, you're going to have to break some major key SR flips and support levels and stuff like that. Can it happen? Sure. It could definitely happen. Everything is possible. But I would say from a Max Payne perspective, just because everyone is waiting for this to pull down to like the 98,000 or lower range to watch this actually start to break out and make people start chasing. And then from that point, you're just like a chicken with its head cut off while the market's going into swings and fucking crazy movement. That's how I think the market will play out. I'm just a long-term person more than anything. 80% of my portfolio is long-term. So I like to invest in things from anywhere from 3 months to 3 years is what I consider quote-unquote long-term. Beyond that, it's short-term leverage trading, and that's 20% of my portfolio total. But it's all about when you get in, when you get out. So as of now, plenty of downside potential for some of the altcoins like Binance, and then for everything else there's plenty of upside, which is basically 95% of the market. So can we swing down a little bit more? Sure, but my bag's a bit packed. I'm chilling. I don't care. I'm still buying right now, but still accumulating. Now Bitcoin drops more, I'm buying heavily. Nice. Yeah, at least you want to take advantage. That's the most important part. But I just have that feeling that it's just not going to go down, and people just are not going to get that opportunity. Did I finally get the short on gold you've been trying forever? Which ones did I hit today? I hit a few trades today. I mean, I'm in and out of trades all the time, so I don't know how long You mean that I've been trying forever, but let's see. I've taken a lot of trades in the last 2 days either way, so let's take a look. Bum, 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 bum. So I hit longs on gold today. And then yesterday, yeah, so yesterday, last night was the big one. So these are my trades. I ended up plus 705 yesterday. Boom. So this was from October 21st. So XAU sell plus 734. So that one hit, and then another one XAU. This one was pretty much a break even though, and then another break even. But yeah, the big one on the day that I hit was 734 gold short. So yeah, we chilling. I had a big swing short on gold a few months back. I lose trades here and there all the time. I don't trade 100%. I think on when I'm doing my futures trading and stuff, I think I hit about 41% on average. But I'm still profitable, so that's what matters just because of my risk to reward ratio. So, but yeah, I'm sure that I did lose a short whenever you're talking about it. I can't honestly remember because I treat every trade as if just another trade. So each trade is just the next one, which is the next one, which is the next one. It's a game of probability. I don't ever get stuck up on one trade, but yep, so whatever trade you're talking about, sure, I guess I lost it and got liquidated. Big dip incoming on crypto, you think? I think it's possible. We'll see, though. Like I said, there's about 95% of people think we're going to go down and out. So I would be optimistic in going the other direction and going up. If 95% of people are not profitable long term, you just trade the other direction. But like, if you want to see my crypto trading record for futures and stuff like that, you can see my short-term portfolio and my long-term. But this is my short-term track record from July to May, July 2024, May to 2025. Whole thing is here. When I got in, when I got out, what my leverage does, how much I won, how much I lost, if it was a long, if it was a short. It goes through the whole list. There's over 130 entries that are in here that you can go through and track. So that's my trading record, stuff like that. Am I long on ETH? No, I mean I have my spot bag, so yeah, I guess I'm long on ETH if you want to call it that. But do I have a leveraged long position open on Ethereum? No, I don't. Not at the moment. Let me go back. Where is... Oh, here it is. Yeah, if you have any crypto trading related questions, don't hesitate to ask. Let me know. Am I right in thinking during each bull run, Bitcoin has had 20 to 30% pullbacks before the next leg up? Oh, yeah. I mean, historically speaking, more than 20 to 30. But yeah, you get pretty good pullbacks along the way. The pullback that we saw before looked more like a cascading flash crash, and now it just looked like we're feeling liquidity, which would make sense. But yeah, I mean, major pullbacks can easily pull back 35 to 50% before, because you got to think about it from a Fibonacci or retracement perspective. If you pull into the epic golden pocket, it's going to be a pretty big pullback. ETC dead coin. I mean, I don't personally like Ethereum Classic. Can it tap back to all-time high? Sure, maybe, but I'm not bothered with it. They're just the maxis and people that are part of Ethereum that didn't like some sort of change in the system, so they want to stay behind like maxis. So, including the fact that you can actually mine ETC versus Ethereum. You can't mine anymore because it's an actual proof of stake project. It used to be proof of work back in the day, and that's Ethereum Classic is still proof of work. So ETC you can still mine. That's the only benefit I would say between the two of them. If you're looking at like ETH versus ETC, This is the only major difference between the two, but Ethereum is going to be obviously the bigger carry of the two. If you have any crypto trading related questions, don't hesitate to ask. Let me know. Get them in. Get them in while I'm on here. I'm running a little test right now to see what it looks like on my end. Doing the Octa, the 6-box. If you're watching this on TikTok, for example, you could just turn the screen sideways. There's a little button that makes it bigger. And then you can watch it full screen, get a better view of everything. Because we're doing a little multi-streaming right now. Any golden pocket for Bitcoin? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, bud. For sure. I've been posting a lot of those updates in the Epic trading floor too. Pretty much those daily updates on Bitcoin and stuff while I've been looking for support levels and trading towards these let's call them critical moments and critical swing points. Ra, thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. Hopefully you're having a good day so far. No lag on here. Hey, that's what I like to hear. Sweet. We like when there's no lag. We're doing a little multi-stream right now. It's on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok at the moment. Kick was not having a fun day today, so Kick got kicked. Pun intended. But we're doing a little test right now because it's been lagging, so the fact that it's not, we like that. We like that one. We're getting a nice bullish crossover on Bitcoin on the 5-minute. Bullish pivot signal. Starting to get an inflow on the RSI. And then if we want to look at it from this perspective on the daily, let's flip this to the 5-minute to get volume perspective. Volume's inflowing. Your point of control for volume is at about 108,000 right now, so it is to the top side. And you have inflowing momentum currently. You go from an hourly perspective, you have a short-term Fibonacci that you can track at the moment too. So remove all these drawings if you want. Swing this to low to high on your Fibonacci. Then your shortest term, you have an Epic Golden Pocket retracement. So if it wanted to hold here, which is a decent level, it's a nice little zone of support, and there's an inflow of volume. So this is a volume divergence. This would be considered a bullish divergence for me. So meanwhile, price action is going sideways and down and selling off, and volume is doing the opposite and going up. And I like to trade with volume versus price action. So I'd be looking for this to find some sort of potential support. Go to volume change in the last 24 hours. Volume change, it's not too bad, minus 8%. Still red though. But if it did want to hold here and swing up, this can go up to about 122,000. That's going to get you close to that 126 all-time high. Do I think we'll get an altcoin season? Me personally, yeah. I like the opportunity and the odds. I think Bitcoin dominance has plenty of room to drop. I think we haven't gotten a taste of a true altcoin season yet. That's my personal opinion, though. To each their own. Does anyone know? No. But based on what I see on the charts and from what I've learned from my historical, let's say my experience from being in the markets, and this being my second full bull run, because I got into crypto in October of 2020. So I got to experience the full bull run, the full bear run, and then this transition into what we're experiencing this year. So and for anyone that's just hopping in right now, we're watching Bitcoin on the top left, Ethereum top middle, Solana top right, XRP bottom left, total market cap bottom middle, and then Bitcoin dominance bottom right. Let me know what you guys are getting into also. If you're longing, if you're shorting, if you think we're getting into a bull run, if you think we're getting into a bear run, if you think Bitcoin's going to 70,000, if you think it's going to 150,000. Just curious. Where do you think Ethereum's going to top out? Where do you think XRP is going to top out? What are your favorite holdings? Let's have some fun conversations. Ask me some fun questions while we're here together. Take advantage of that time. And if you haven't joined us in the Epic Trading Floor, go do that. That link is in my bio. Or just go to epictradingfloor.com. Easy squeezy. Still trying to hold support though here at 107,000 on Bitcoin. Looking decent now that we're in a crossover. And you can see Bitcoin dominance is dropping right now, which is a good thing to see. We want Bitcoin dominance to start dropping. And aggressively drop at that. So all these crossovers are bullish. We just need Bitcoin dominance to continue to... If that continues to go down, then we could potentially and theoretically see Ethereum and the others start to move pretty aggressively. Should be nice. Notice that Bitcoin dominance starts to drop. Like a Solana and Ethereum starting to move pretty quick. Pretty aggressive movements. Is either buy at the moment. All depends on you and your time frame. That's why I like to teach people how to trade and find that own conviction, so you can figure it out based on your risk to your reward, how long you want to stay in, if you're willing to lose money, how much leverage you're running, if you're doing spot. There's a million factors that go into it that would determine if it's a good time for you. I'm just giving you the most honest answer, right? I like to be realistic with the process. I don't like to sell the whole fake dream that like trading is something you can learn from one PDF document. You can become a master tomorrow. Like, it just doesn't work that way, unfortunately. It's pretty difficult. It's a fucking grind, and it takes a lot of time. And most people, it takes a couple of years, mostly, even a few years at that point. But when you're actually able to master it and get the skill down, because it is a wealth building skill, then yeah, it's a fucking game changer moving forward. But it does take time to learn. My largest holdings are Bitcoin, ETH, and Sol. There you go. I like those. All solid. Especially if you've been sitting on it for quite some time. You can get some decent plays across the board on those, Eco. For sure. I like the odds on them. What do we have? About 1 hour until the daily candle closes. It's going to be at 8 p.m. EST is when that daily candle closes. Let me know where everyone's tuning in too. I know we have an international community. I know we got a couple people in Europe. You know, I'm based in Miami, Florida, so we already got Florida in the house. I know we got a few Florida people in the Epic Trading Floor as well. I know Eco's in the Epic Trading Floor too, representing for the fam. Yeah, volume's still looking, man. Let's look at this in like the 1 minute zoomed in. Still chopping sideways, still consolidating. Got a little bit of room to the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. It's where a lot of these are playing off of right now. Even Bitcoin, Ethereum, most of them, the VWAP is pretty far to the top side, acting on as a magnet. So I wouldn't be surprised to see pumps across the board, holding at good volume points. It's got to be patient. All of them have been holding a year and a half. Took some profit on slow Tuesdays. Nice, there you go. That's what I like to hear. Congrats. That's awesome. That's what we like to hear. As long as you're getting those gains and taking those profits, that's the most important part of it all. That's where most people fuck up. They like to take screenshots, but they don't like to actually take profits. Starting to get a little bit of movement. We like that. Good bullish signals, bullish pivot signals, bullish crossovers, a bunch of trends that are showing bullish tendencies right now. All good things to see. Appreciate everyone for being here too. We're doing a little multi-stream right now. So thanks to everyone across the board that's tuned in. Show some love in the respective chats. I'm watching the multi-stream chat so I can see everyone, no matter what platform you're on. I can see the chat. So thank you all for being here. Ooh, I got T-Rex arms right now. Fuck. Killer. One of the major downsides of lifting weights, getting the goddamn T-Rex arms. Let's see a live breakout. Yeah, right. That's what I'm talking about. I would love to. I'm really testing this because I wanted to get more into some other like live trading. So, and live streaming on multi-platform and doing live trading. Let's say like during the morning session around 10 a.m. Kind of one of the reasons why I moved the live stream. So it would be interesting to maybe play that out. See what happens. But that was the major reason why I was doing this test, to make sure that everything does work without lagging. If you're watching this on TikTok too, let me know if you've seen any lag so far. If you're watching this on any platform really, let me know if you've seen any lag or anything while you've been watching the stream. Because it was a little bit of an issue the last time, but I think I figured it out. So looks so far so good on my side. I know Eco said it was working well too, so yeah, let's see that live breakout though. It's looking tasty. It's looking like we're getting there. I have my long open on Bitcoin still. For those of you in the EPIQ trading floor, you know I've been hanging out. 10 a.m. EST. So like, well, the time that I would normally do the Tuesday group coaching sessions was that 10 a.m. EST slot. And then Thursday was 12 p.m. EST. But now I've been doing the 7 p.m. EST on Tuesdays. So because of that, I have that little room now from, let's say, 10 to 11 or 10 to 11:30 to do a little bit of live trading through the week. And then on Tuesdays or on Wednesdays and Fridays, I can push a little bit later sometimes. But, oh, we're getting a Solana. We're getting a little break skis here. Ask and you shall receive, right? Solana's breaking, Ethereum's breaking, Bitcoin's breaking, XRP starting to push through volume, total market cap is moving, Bitcoin dominance wants to slide. But yeah, it's essentially the time frame that I'm trying to get into to do that stuff. Let me go, I'm going to switch this to change. Let's see how the vibe turns out when I do this. There you go, Bitcoin dominance with the true slip now. I'm still long on BTC too, nice. Yeah, you see, but you can watch this live too, so you've seen me talk about it 100 times also. Bitcoin dominance starts to slip aggressively, you're going to see everything else start to pump. So you're getting good market movement as far as Bitcoin dominance. If this wants to keep slipping and really get under 50%, that'd be fucking fantastic. But it's going to take time. Come on, Bitcoin. Every market's looking great right now, though. Let's see volume and flow. Starting seeing the altcoins flowing back. Still minus on these, but they were up like 70% yesterday. So minus 8% is really not that bad. It looks worse than it actually is. For sure. Alright, there we go. Let's get back into this little pump skis that we see. Appreciate everyone that's hopping in on the multi-stream as well. Throw some love on whatever chat you're watching this on. I can see it across the board. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Let me know. Take advantage while we're on here, learning, chilling, vibing. If you're not following me, hit that follow button or subscribe to whatever platform you're on. Eco, did you get a notification when I hopped on the live by chance? Because I know it doesn't push notifications on the TT when I do from Stream Deck, which is annoying. I'm gonna call it Stream Deck so someone doesn't try to snipe my strategy. Yeah, I've been liking the crossover strategy back to VWAP. Whew. Got a notification from YouTube. Yeah, okay, cool. Perfect. At least YouTube still shows love. That's what matters. Uh-oh, here we go. Starting to get more of a pull down. Give us some juice. It's like hitting the pump right now. Just pump it up. Pump it up. Jesus. Gracias, gracias. Jesus praise Veronica, Ohio. That's a name. That is a name right there. Hopefully everyone's having a great day so far. Appreciate you all for being here. Oh shit, what's going on? Jay Heat in the house. If you guys aren't following Jay Heat, go give him some love. Appreciate you for being here. I'm doing a little test right now from a different streaming platform that was giving me issues before. So if you catch me lagging a little bit, just let me know. Don't be scared to let me know. I want to know. I want to know. But we should be good. Let's get that little break. That's what we want. Even Bitcoin starting to get a little bit of that hold down here. We swept liquid, so flash crash on the 5 minute. Swept back to that liquid double bottom, higher lows. It's creating structure, testing LSC support, flipping to a bullish crossover, pivot signals. Everything is there right now. Just gotta be patient. Seems good to me. Cool. What's good to you is good to me. I have to lock on trading, bro. Yeah, you do. Damn right you do. We're doing a 6 box right now. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana on the top, XRP, crypto total market cap, and Bitcoin dominance on the bottom, from left to right for each. Just kind of keeping a scope on the whole market. That's how I like to keep track of things from my end. It makes it a little bit easier when I can kind of get that grand scope. Especially if you're like any new traders and stuff in here, just like don't hesitate to have any questions or ask me any questions. There are literally no dumb questions you can ask. When you get bullish, and when you get a bullish crossover as a confirmation when it tests the LRC gray line bounces off. Yeah, exactly. So their confirmation would be either direction. So if it's a support and you're looking to play for a long position, you want to get that LRC crossover and then LRC test on that gray line. So zoomed in, yeah, like this little test zone right here is what you'd want to be looking for. And then LRC support. And then vice versa, if it's a resistance and you want to look for a short, this would be the best one to look at for that. So then from here, your ideal entry, you want to see the crossover, but your ideal entry would be that crossover and LRC resistance test. That would be that spot. And or price pushing a little bit higher. So if you're in a bearish crossover and then price pushes up over and pushes bullish, then that's a high probability fake out zone. So it's also an area that you can put a pretty tight stop loss to a pretty tight risk to reward and get a little risky with a couple of entries on a tight trade. Yep, exactly. That would be the ideal entry point. Yep, exactly. So yeah, in these situations, it wasn't down for me. I like to wait for the trade and structure to build, so it wasn't here, but here would be that entry for Bitcoin if I was watching this 5 minute, to wait for that structure to build and then allow this to get a good push to the top side. This is called Vetted by Lith or Lyth, whatever, however the name is pronounced. Got it, makes sense. Cool. Sweet. As long as it makes sense. If it makes sense, then we're on the right track. Where is... And for anyone that's watching this on TikTok too, you can always turn there's a little button on the bottom right of the trading view screen. It's a little square. You click that, it'll make everything full screen and sideways. So it makes it a little bit easier to see if it's too small on the phone, because sometimes the view stays in the traditional up and down, not sideways. Just a heads up, I know some of you are like, dude, I know how to use the fucking app. I get it. I'm sorry, but gotta say it. I'm honest, right? I already know. There's gonna be a couple people like, bro, no shit. Dude. Palms up. Oh my lordy. Getting a nice move though. Getting a nice move here. We just wanted Bitcoin dominance to pull down a little bit. That's really the... Oh, we're getting a little flash. A little BTCD flash. What's my goal for Bitcoin short term? I don't have a goal for Bitcoin short term per se, besides the fact that I just wanted to find some support so that I can push to the long terms. But I still think altcoin season is right around the corner, so I'm just impatiently waiting for some sort of support hold. Now, in terms of what I'm doing as trades, I do have a long open. So, yeah, ideally I wanted to go long. But if you want to stay up to date with my trades and all that, you can always join the EPIQ trading floor. Do you think gold will rotate to Bitcoin? I mean, it can. What goes up must come down. So, yeah, it is flashing to all-time highs. So, that's always important. At some point, it's not going to be trading at all-time highs. And when that time comes that it starts to distribute from all-time highs and people start to really lose money, then yeah, I can imagine some of that wealth distributing to other places as people start to shit their pants a little bit. It's all about perspective. The people that think we're going into a bear run, the people that are like, I want to see Bitcoin go to 100,000 or 75,000, most of those people are buying Bitcoin at like 120,000. They were buying it over 100,000. That's the reason why, to them, it feels like it's going to a bear run, because they're losing money and they're buying it at 120,000. But for example, for me, I got in at 26,500, so you can still drop down to 90, 80,000. I'm still not shook in the sense of it being a bear run, quote unquote. So it's all perspective. Perspective is everything when it comes to trading. Is all of crypto about 10% of gold's market cap? I don't even know what gold's market cap is, to be honest with you. Not off the top of my head. Let's see. Gold market cap. 30 trillion. So, yeah, it's a big old market. But if you're even thinking about the Forex market's transactional volume is in the trillions as well. So Forex market processes more in daily transactions than what's valued into the entire crypto market. So yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it is pretty small. But yeah, 30 trillion, I'll show you over here. 30 trillion represented the estimated total value of gold ever mined. These figures can range, but and this is based on price of 4,000 per ounce, which it's higher now. But yeah, 30 trillion. Big boy market cap. Was just thinking how small cryptos. Oh yeah, we're only at what is it, about 10% or something like that total world usage in crypto, or even just like general knowledge, which means that maybe 3% of the entire world's population can even describe what a blockchain is and what it does. It's a very small number of people. Even in the crypto space, it's only about 10 to 20% of people that are even in crypto can explain what a blockchain does. Most people just are in it. Most retail money just gets into it because someone else told them to do it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's why they lose money. That's why most people are way more concerned with taking screenshots than actually making money. Asia market coming in. I've been getting absolutely wrecked in the Asia markets on my prop firm account. So I'm taking a break from Asia market, but it looks like it wants to push at least the crypto market a little bit. But yeah, that's the one. Asia markets have been wrecking me. As much as I want to trade them and I love doing overnight swings, it's been a brutal one. You really, like, if you want to trade it, like, this is more for prop firms and stuff like that. Crypto's a little bit different. But if you want to trade Asia and you're using, you always have like different accounts. So you use like one broker account for Asia, one for New York, one futures account for Asia, one for New York. Just separate them. You'll give yourself a nice saving of headache. Because the one thing that sucks about Asia's trading is that if you happen to go down, so if you go up in the Asia trading session, it's great because then you go in, but you can also go in too confident into New York and just get fucked. Or the other side of it is that you go down and then you're just trading as like a revenge trade, basically to try to break even, if not get higher from your break even, because you traded Asia, and then that rolls over into your New York balance. So it could be fucking annoying. That's just something that I've noticed that's been pretty obnoxious if you do it from the same account. So you're either going too greedy or too risky because you're in FOMO world. FUD or FOMO, choose your poison, or just have two accounts so that when you go into Asia, your bounce is in 0, and then when you go into New York, your bounce is at 0. Alright, so we're playing to the top side. Bullish crossovers, bullish pivot signals, VWAP to the top side, point of control of the VRVP, everything's pointing up. All my friends mock me every day saying, am I a millionaire? I'm like, President, how the any market works, play long game. Yeah. Everyone always wants to hate until they want to get into it. And then it's just an envy side of things. Envy's a bitch. I mean, even at the end of the day, most of the time, if you're trading and investing, you still want other sources of income and things like that. It's not like you're just dropping your job to just go trade full time. Now, do I trade full time and stuff? Yes, but I also have plenty of sources of revenue and income that aren't just from my trading profit. Because a lot of the stuff with investing too, like the whole concept of investing is you're getting something with the intention of wanting to hold on to it for like 3 months to 3 years. So if you're not getting the weekly or monthly, let's say, salary or profit from that money, then yeah, you're going to have some sort of other money coming in to supplement for that. It's just part of it. It basically puts in the fucking money that you're not thinking about for a couple months to years so that you can get a good return on the back end. Do I stake anything? At the moment, no. I should add some things back. Probably the stuff on my ledger. Probably would be a good thing to add back. Just want to find soft staking versus hard staking, things that don't have lock-in periods is the best way to go about it. I could definitely be doing a better job from my staking perspective. I did a lot of staking back in 2021, but it was a hit or miss. Some of them did really well. Other situations didn't turn out so well. Scotty, what's going on? Appreciate you. All right. Volume still holding decent. Gold crashes 8%, wiping out 2.43 trillion. Whoa, no. Good move was taken from Sex, directly taken on ledger. Oh, well, I'm just gonna look into that then because I have stuff on my ledger. It's just been sitting on there. When I set it all up before, though, it didn't have the ability to stake on it directly. So 2 to 3 day lock. Oh, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. Yeah, when they first set up the ledger and stuff, I don't think it had any of the ability to do that. I should probably load it up and look at it. It's been a while. I'm going to hop off here, though. I appreciate you all and hope everyone has an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening. We do have a group coaching session for everyone that's in the EPIQ trading floor. That's an all-access member at 12 p.m. EST, so noon EST tomorrow, for anyone that's interested. If you want to come trade with me or learn my trading strategies, you can go check out the link in my bio or go to epic trading floor.com, EPIC or EPIQ. And yeah, I